everyone, it's Minx here. Hope you're doing really well today. We are playing The Raven. The subtitle is Legacy of a Master Thief. This is a PC adventure game. It's also on PlayStation 3 as well, so I'm playing it with an Xbox controller, which makes no sense at all. It might be on Xbox, I don't know, but I don't think it is. Anyway, I apologise if it is on Xbox. Xbox users, you can tell me. Anyway, we're going to jump in. This is like a crime thriller, but like in a more sort of old-fashioned murder mystery sort of way from what I've heard. It's divided into 3 acts. I don't know what to make of it, but apparently it's pretty good, so we're going to jump in. It's made by the guys who made The Book of Unwritten Tales, which is one of my favourite adventure games of all time. So hopefully this will be great. We're going to have chapter 1. I have all the chapters, by the way. They do was like a buy once and you get all the chapters that were released over 3 months. The last one was out this month, so if you're not making any progress, take a break and relax. Or just cheat, like I'd normally do. Oh god, what's going on here? We have some FMV by the looks of things. It's the game's Lego, isn't it? Yes, it is. I must say, this has got a really badass soundtrack so far, from what I've heard. Like, it's beautiful.
Grilled, Miss Pendry.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold?
I think Harold might be a bit fucked. This is an art museum.
Harold?
Oh dear. Don't think things are going to go too well for this security guard in this introductory cutscene here.
Harold, you hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
Oh god! What the fuck was that? Oh god.
Calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
Oh god.
Copper, what are you doing here? And where's
Scared
Harold?
me.
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
It's there.
Oh, good. Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean the Raven's heir?
Shh! Turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
I reckon it's him.
Do you understand? You and me, mate. We'll be heroes. All right, now we just have to.
Owned! Owned!
Halt! Stop! You're under arrest!
Only 1 day away from retirement. That was a badass opening. That made me... That was great. That was great. We haven't even started playing it, and that was great. Now we have the credits. As a beautiful train plows majestically through some European landscape, possibly the Alps. The game has 3D graphics, guys. Be happy with that. So anyway, I don't really know what to expect from this in terms of gameplay. It's going to play differently to the Idyllic adventure games, I'm sure. Especially because it plays on a controller, which is obviously something I'm not used to playing adventure game on a controller, and I quite like that idea. I'm getting more comfortable with controllers these days than I used to before. Is it the Orient Express? It's the fucking Orient Express. So we're gonna have like a murder on the Orient Express arc. Minus Poirot, presumably, because he's a copyright character. This isn't a licensed game. It's the Orient Express. That's my best French. I hope you enjoy, guys. If you're French and you're watching this, I deeply apologise for my horrendous accent. My outrageous accent. Looking at porn, it's gonna be like a porno inside the newspaper. Anyway, I guess we're gonna get started now.
Hands up!
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
This guy looks a bit like Poirot.
Haha, you're funny. But you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
Let's ask who he is.
What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller,
And where are you from, Matthew Miller?
from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania.
Oh, so he actually is
But my mom
American.
and I live in England now. She's taking care of some rich old lady. We're on our way to Venice at the moment. We're taking a cruise on a big ship.
Impressive. You've already seen half the world. I've spent my entire life in
Yeah, I thought you were in
Switzerland.
the Alps.
Must be really boring.
What's the toy gun for?
And what's with the gun? What do you need it
Killing
for?
people?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre, and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhymes.
He is pro. I like this guy
I
already.
know who the Raven was. Although, I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels.
Burglary in London.
You do know these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British
That was
Museum.
obviously him, though. That's
There
like
was
his
an
son or something.
explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the
It
paper
is the
said?
Raven's legacy. That's what they say in that accent.
You talk too much, Constable.
Zellner, monsieur. Anton Jakob Zellner.
Or did he pull a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Okay, so what's going on here? Who's this douchebag that's just interrupted?
Inspector Legrand. It's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police. But it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
What's going on here? I don't even know why we're here. We're obviously on duty on this train, working with this dude for some reason.
But monsieur, your journey on this train is most unusual. Is it related to the burglary at the British Museum?
Not in the least.
And the safe? What's that for?
I'll let you know if we need your help, Constable. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the first freight car at the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
Okay, so there's a safe on board.
I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery.
Huh?
I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Thanks to that?
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich.
Okay.
I know, for example, that man over there is a violinist.
Oh,
That would be more impressive if there were
Yeah,
a
that's a very
violin
good dude.
case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either.
well, he's good. He's like the
The
mentalist.
suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late
This
50s.
guy's gonna be
All
cool to play
right
as.
then, Constable
Zellner.
Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
You're guarding something. So it says something about a safe, so surely he's guarding something and it's in the back car.
I think you're guarding something.
Oh, really? And what might it be?
A jewel, let's say, because otherwise the Raven wouldn't go for just like money.
Could it possibly be a jewel that's making a long and perilous journey?
You're guessing. You can't possibly know what's
I do
inside
know.
the safe.
But if that were the case,
Then I'd ask you why the train wasn't crawling.
Because you're
with
incognito.
police.
Don't arouse attention.
You don't want to arouse attention.
Évident. But
Évident.
why not?
More men are unnecessary.
There are enough police on this train as it is.
Oh,
If
it's a
there were
trap.
more,
Jesus.
they'd only get in each other's way.
I can assure you that I'd pack every seat in every carriage of this train with police, if it were a matter of deterrence.
You're saying you don't want to scare
Oh, it's a
off
trap for the
potential
Raven.
thieves? Ah, you're laying a trap.
That would explain why it's just me and not the army, n'est-ce pas? All the same, I can't comment on your speculation. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Okay, so
Won't?
we
Pardonnez-moi.
were just quite rude to him.
I can help. And I
Jesus,
will
dude,
help.
chill out. You just
You're in my country, and I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do, whether you like it
okay.
or
So
not.
it is his job.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zana. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon
Fuck off,
voyage.
dude.
But how do you know?
Okay, so there is a duel on this train that's being guarded by the French police. Start off, little kid.
Oh, hello.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and
That
two
makes me
together.
even more clever.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if
So
you
I'm not
want
even
to
that
work with
good?
him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa, it was him?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. All right, Matthew. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls
mum's
me
weird.
Maddie, as if I were a little
You are.
kid.
Okay, anyway, so I guess that's the scene set
Whether
now.
Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind.
Maybe you can. Do you want to learn about the game controls? Yes, I guess I do. Examine the sandwich paper. To examine an item, move next to it with the left stick and use the right stick to select it. And press A. Select the sandwich paper on the table.
This morning, I thought I wouldn't be hungry because of all the excitement. Thankfully, I bought a sandwich with
A
me
delicious
anyway.
sandwich. Okay, if you select the sandwich paper again, you'll see the symbol displayed as chain, and the text at the bottom of the screen says, take the sandwich paper, press A to pick it up. Beat that kid to death with it. Maybe the apple core uses a club. Very good, now press Y. This opens the inventory, which you can see all the items that Constable Zelda is carrying. Okay, wrap the apple core in the sandwich paper. I get the general principle here, it all seems pretty simple. In it goes. Et voila! Open the inventory again, then select the sandwich paper and press B to examine it.
I wrapped the apple core in the sandwich paper. That way I can carry it without making a mess of
What
my
a
trouser
genius he
pocket.
is.
Still, I'd prefer not to have to carry them all day.
Of course, you can always use the items inside the inventory with each other. Okay, so we can combine things as well. The usual adventure game fare. How do I do this?
The napkin came with the croissant I bought at the train station. A guilty pleasure. I don't need that either.
Okay, so we put it all together in one glorious ball of rubbish. And then we throw it at the German guy. Let's get rid of it. Don't litter from the inventory. Don't litter from your inventory into the ashtray on the last table, okay?
Every table has its own waste basket. Practical. No need to ever leave your seat. Every table...
Well, I'm doing that now. Why isn't it working? Because I have to select it first. That is the crappiest ashtray ever. Okay, so we know everything about the game's controls.
Alright.
I guess that was like the tutorial and introducing the basics and the core of the game. So I'm going to recap for those of you who didn't quite understand. There was a thief. He was called the Raven. He was a master thief, but he was killed by that French dude who's on the train. But now he has a legacy, someone who is replicating his crimes. And they've set a trap on this very train to catch that person who is a copycat of the Raven. And there we go. That's basically what's happened so far. Gotta observe the violinist. Let me see if I can go this way first. Can I run? I'm not like the typical hero, am I? Let's put it that way. I'm a slightly chubby, very slow walking man. What's my book? That's what I was reading before.
The Vicarage in the Mirror. A detective novel by my favorite author, Lady Clarissa Westmacott. For years now, I've been trying to convince my theater group to stage one of her plays.
Jesus, he's like just a normal, everyday dude. Except he's a cop. I must admit, I'm finding these controls fairly floaty right now.
The violinist is a good-looking fellow.
Ah!
And he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape in the world. But one can only hope that his violin is better tuned than he.
Why do we say that? That seems a very rude thing to say. Look at this, look! Let's talk to him.
The
Oh,
violinist...
we've done that. Here we go. Why is he shaking?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Who is he?
If I'm not mistaken, you're a violinist.
That's true.
A wonderful instrument. The violin music touches
Beautiful.
the soul.
That's why I learned to play it.
Do you play in an orchestra?
No, orchestras aren't really part of my world.
A solo violinist. The best soloists travel a great deal and make a pile of money. Or so they say.
He's a suspect.
In that case, I'm probably not one of the best.
Where is he traveling? Unusual occurrences.
Oh, of course. What I really wanted to ask is, did you notice anything unusual
The Raven's
on
here,
the train?
watching, waiting.
Anything unusual?
Persons acting suspiciously, for instance.
For heaven's sake, is there cause for concern?
Everything is in order, sir. We Swiss are just very cautious people.
I understand. No, I didn't notice anything.
Where is he traveling to?
Are you traveling to Istanbul
What?
non-stop?
It's a long way.
No, I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception in the Egyptian Museum there.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
I guess so. At least we got some details on him. I'm gonna head further down.
Very kind of you. Thanks.
Whoops! I spilled his tea.
Oh, pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof.
Twat-face.
Lucio. Professor Edgar...
He's the Raven!
Oh,
Everyone's the Raven.
a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't
Just going to
say.
Cairo. Burglary at the museum.
So you were, shall we say, an eyewitness to the burglary 2 days ago?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no?
Well, there was a lot of commotion, but I didn't
One
really
of our
pay
guards
much
just
attention.
died. It was fine.
There was a break-in in your museum, and it didn't
He's the
concern
Raven.
you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Inspector Legrand.
Whatever you say. The famous Inspector Legrand is on this train. I imagine you know him.
No, should I?
You don't know him?
This guy's very
And
dumb.
you also don't know what he's doing here?
No. Why
It's
should
just a
I?
coincidence.
Just a thought. You're a representative of the British Museum. There's a guarded safe on the train.
I'm sorry. I don't know
Implying
what
that you're
trying
in the
to
safe.
imply. And now, please excuse me.
Destination of his trip.
May I ask where you are going?
Of course.
Everyone's
To
going to
Venice.
Venice.
I'm going to meet some colleagues there.
Oh, Venice. A beautiful city, or so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to
No,
take
you don't,
my leave.
asshole. I've got one more question for you. Seen anything suspicious other than you?
Just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Here? On the train? No. I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
Bye.
I don't want to take up any more of your valuable time, but you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present, and especially the robbery at the museum.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just... I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course, Constable.
Awesome. Well, he's going in there.
What's this?
Well,
What's the matter?
something's up.
The door. I can't open
I'll
it.
use my head. Don't worry.
We'll sort it out somehow.
Let me have a go. Come on.
The compartment is locked.
But I didn't
Something's
lock
up.
it. I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
What's in there? That's interesting.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down, Professor. I'll
What's
see
in
what
there
I
that
can
he's so
do.
upset about?
You don't understand. I have to get back in my
See the
compartment.
toilet?
All right, just wait here.
Okay, well, we have an emergency situation here where this guy's gonna crap himself. What's in here?
The little label on the door reads Baroness von Trebitz. Blue blood on the Orient Express.
Well, isn't that fairly normal for the Orient Express? Okay, let's knock on the door.
Yes, what is it?
Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door.
Oh, so she's
The
lost her
noise on
purse?
this
It's been
train
stolen,
is
maybe?
driving me crazy.
Lost purse.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At the very least, I cannot find it, sir.
It was stolen.
Okay, interesting.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
What?
In Zurich, on the platform, sir.
Okay.
I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got out to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says...
Maybe you
This
lost
is the
it
weirdest
there.
conversation.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose
Even your
anything.
virginity.
Very well then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse.
Other passengers.
If I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking
I don't
for
think
my
you're gonna be very
purse.
helpful, dude.
James, tell him to look for my purse.
The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So we got another immediate objective in finding this purse. We're gonna have a look up this way. Go to a new section of the train. I guess I could have gone the other way down the train, but you know, whatever. Let's just see what's this direction first. Oh, a cutscene is what it is.
I don't believe it.
It's the author of the book he likes, I bet you. She looks like Miss Marple.
I never thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer...
It's all right, Miss Miller. I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady
Yeah, she
Westmacott.
wrote the book.
I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror right now, for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable...
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion,
That
Miss
means Lola.
Miller.
A pleasure.
What is she doing here?
May I ask what you're doing here? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a
Sounds
holiday.
good. Everyone needs a break.
You quit writing? Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Partout is my
That's
favorite
such a rip-off of Pyro.
Then I have bad news for you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't
Oh, just
understand.
calm down.
I'd rather not discuss
being a
my work,
douchebag, like-
Constable.
Oh, well,
He's
fine.
being a douchebag. Where's she traveling to?
Are you traveling to Istanbul, Lady Westmacott?
No.
Everyone's
we
to
are
Venice. I
on
said
our way
Venice,
to Venice,
and then Cairo.
From there, we will take a ship to Cairo. As you may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it
So she's
again
like
as an
Agatha
old woman.
Christie, I guess.
I see.
Pretty sure Agatha Christie probably did that. She went to Egypt for sure. Anyway, fellow passengers.
As a writer, you must be very observant. Am I right? I mean, You have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I solved the mystery of human nature a long
They're
time
all
ago, Mr.
scumbags.
Zellner. Since then, most people just bore me.
Really? I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
I want to know about, well, the archaeologist first.
Did you notice the man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did.
He was breaking it, I
seemed
told you
nervous.
guys.
He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took two
The monster.
biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a professor at the British Museum.
Interesting. I'll have to talk to him later. Just out of courtesy,
She
of
wants to
course.
sleep with him.
Of course.
Anyway, the violinist.
Did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
What did he do?
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good
The
impression.
cad.
People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's
Okay.
purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always
Is he a
have
conman
money
or a
problem.
gambler or something?
No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
Sounds like a dickhead to me. Missing purse.
There's something else. A passenger's purse has gone missing. I suppose you haven't
Did you steal
seen
it? Huh?
I'm sorry, Constable Zellner. As you know, I only deal with murder, not burglary.
Interesting.
Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie is good at finding
Oh, the little kid.
I'll go and do that now.
Okay, so Maddie's the one to speak to. Say goodbye.
As much as I'd like to keep talking, duty calls.
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you as you came in. You seemed so eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
I do hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
I shall do my
I
best.
shall grab this. I shall grab everything. I will grab the mystery by its testicles. Examine the glass with toothpicks.
The steward must have forgotten the toothpicks.
Well, I better take one then.
Normally he would offer them
Well,
discreetly
can I pick them up
after
with one,
dinner.
maybe? Take a toothpick. Okay, so I guess we've set the scene nicely here. We've met some of the cast of this wonderful... I'm really excited for this sort of thing. I like this sort of thing a lot. It's just like my cup of tea, as it were, as you guys know. Let's go behind the bar and steal some more stuff. What is that on the bar? I will say that the controls do leave a little bit to desired. Let's put it that way. To be desired. What's this? I want it. Oh, no. This is... No, no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. I guess we're going to go outside. Oh, well. What the hell is... What? There's loads of stuff going on here. This place is pretty big. I mean, I know it's the Orient Express, it's got lots of carriages, but lots to explore still. Anyway, guys, I think this is probably a prime time to leave it. I'm pretty sure the shit's going to hit the fan soon, and someone's going to make an attempt to get the jewel, and there's going to be loads of bollocks that goes on. We're going to have to find out which of these people on this train is responsible for what's happened, and all that jazz. But so far, I did a good job of setting the scene as far as I'm concerned. And next time on Legacy of a Master Thief, we'll see what's going to happen with this trap, and if it's going to work in terms of catching the Raven. Seeing as it's chapter 1, I'm pretty sure it won't, but, you know, let's see what happens next time. Bye for now, Minxlings. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you really soon.